which you need to stop doing because those are real people who you don't know and you don't know their life, so drink a glass of mind your business juice. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different kind of a video. Today I'm going to be telling you what your favorite movie on Letterboxd says about you because I am super duper qualified for this. No, the real reason why I am doing this video is because last year I made a video about the Best Picture nominees at the Oscars. I had watched them all and I gave my thoughts and predictions on those, but this year I won't be able to. I'm going to be away with loved ones for a while, so I simply will not have the time to watch all of them. Also, it feels like this year the nominees are a lot more inaccessible than they usually are. Like, tell me why more than half of them are still in theaters and not on any streaming service. So I won't get to make that video this year, although if you're wondering, based on the Best Picture nominees I've seen so far, my favorites are The Brutalist and The Substance. And if Emilia Perez wins Best Picture, I'm going to have an aneurysm. So without further ado, here is a scarily accurate reading of what your favorite movie says about you. If your favorite film is any Greta Gerwig film, so that includes Ladybird, that includes Barbie, that includes Little Women, arguably Frances Ha, although I do know she didn't direct that, but I'm counting it anyway, you have mommy issues. And you know what? That's fair. You're also probably someone who spent your whole life telling other people that you can't wait to move to the city and get out of your hometown just to settle in your hometown as an adult. If your favorite movie is Parasite, you're a little bit basic. That's right, I said what I said because who doesn't love Parasite? But you know what? Period. It's a fantastic movie. You've also probably had to fight a white person at some point for not liking foreign films because they think watching things with subtitles is stupid, and so you side-eye them for that, as you should. If your favorite film is Jennifer's Body, you fall under one or more of these three categories: bisexual, misandrist, and likes Euphoria. If your favorite film is Aftersun, you A, have daddy issues, B, feel a lot of guilt from your childhood over how you treated your parents, and C, you listen to Taylor Swift's This Is Me Trying like every day. If your film is The Dark Knight, you are probably a man who has used the phrase no homo at some point. You also don't think that Marvel will ever be able to live up to this movie. If your favorite film is a Marvel movie, you are either pro-military or you're just an insanely patient person because you're still waiting for Marvel to get as good as it was 6 years ago. You're also probably in a toxic relationship and you need to get out of it. If your favorite film of all time is any Disney movie, you are probably a Disney adult, and I don't mean that you just love Disney. I mean that you live and breathe Disney. You only go on vacation to visit Disneyland multiple times a year, and you are to be feared. You have a lot of childhood trauma that you have not resolved. If your favorite movie is any Studio Ghibli movie, you're cool. You care about other people, you care about the environment. Also, most of the people that I know or have met that love Studio Ghibli and have a Studio Ghibli movie as their favorite movie have such a good eye for design and art. If your favorite movie is Past Lives, you're probably a child of an immigrant, or you immigrated to a Western country when you were really, really young. You have the kind of anxiety where you repeat what if scenarios in your head constantly. You're probably one of those people that's like, you never forget your first love. And if you're an insufferable person whose favorite movie is Past Lives, you've probably commented Oxford study under an Asian woman's Instagram reel or TikTok if they're dating a white man, which you need to stop doing because those are real people who you don't know and you don't know their life, so drink a glass of mind your business juice. If your favorite movie is La La Land, you weren't a musical theater girly before, but now you are. You think about Andrew Garfield calling Emma Stone a shot of espresso all the time, you will 1000% throw away a person for your career. If your favorite movie is The Social Network or Gone Girl, oh, you love the tea. You love it. You are a dramatic bitch, but in a diva slay kind of way. But if your favorite movie is Fight Club, relax on the psychedelics. If your favorite movie is Wolf of Wall Street, you either A, treat women horribly, B, you've invested a lot into Bitcoin, C, you love Margot Robbie, and or D, you've always wanted to be a member of a country club. If your favorite movie is Pearl or X or Maxine, you are a little freak. And I'm afraid of you, genuinely. This is a brand of crazy and freaky that I don't want in my life. But I'm happy for you. If your favorite movie is any movie made before 1960, you are probably either a writer or you are someone who's very into the history of costume, production, or set design. So either that or you defend Birth of a Nation, and in that case, please stay far away from me. And yes, I'm referring to that bitch in my college sophomore film class. You know who you are. If your favorite movie is any Jordan Peele movie, some of you guys are the best critical thinkers I've ever met in my life. Like, you guys will point out the things that I miss when I watch movies and make them seem more interesting to me than I originally thought they were. You're talking about the symbolism in the movie as soon as you get out of the movie theater, and then you go home and watch like 5 video essays on it. And you also make fun of white people for clapping when planes land. If your favorite movie is any musical, congrats, you are a gay theater kid. Surprise, surprise. franchise. But also, you want people to know that you love musicals. Like, when you meet someone new, you don't let them walk away from you without knowing that you are a musical theater kid and what your favorite movie is. If your favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you were probably telling people for the longest time that you were the class clown in school, or that you're really chill and laid back and spontaneous, but really you're just super fucking annoying. Or you probably had a crush on Joe Keery and had a fan account dedicated to him because you saw that Ferris Bueller's Domino's commercial that he was in like 8 years ago. If your favorite movie is any 90s or 2000s rom-com, you are just a lover girl. You're just a cutie patootie. You probably read Sally Rooney and Emily Henry books too. If your favorite is The Bling Ring, you were definitely on Tumblr in the early 2010s. And your 2024 album of the year was probably Brat. If your favorite movie is any Harry Potter movie, you are a Harry Potter adult, or you're transphobic and you need to look inward. Like, you can appreciate the movies for what they are, but your favorite of all time, if your favorite is any Wes Anderson movie, you look at that shot composition and color grading and you lip bite like you're Margaret Qualley. You won't shut up about it, and you probably have a bookcase in your home where you have books organized by color. If it's Twilight, you definitely have a Charlie Swan playlist or a Twilight mood board on Pinterest. Your top songs of 2024 probably included either Rosalind or Possibility. You're also someone that likes your comfort zone a lot. You like coming back to the familiar things, like rewatching the same movies and shows and such. But also, some of you stay in your comfort zone a little too much. Like, branch out, live a little. Like, get that ketchup bottle out of your hand and discover what seasoning is. If your favorite movie is 12 Angry Men, you probably say this is your favorite movie because you don't actually watch movies, and so you watch this in like civics or government class in school, or you studied political science or econ. If your favorite movie is a movie by the Daniels, so that's either Everything Everywhere All at Once or Swiss Army Man, you are also a little freak, but like a brand of freak that I can get down with. Like, you're just an oddball, but I share my lunch with you every day. You probably overuse the phrase, what if the blank were the friends we made along the way, and you probably ask your significant other and your friends all the time if they would love you if you were a worm. If it's Challengers, you fall somewhere in this triple Venn diagram. Churro lovers, Zendaya fans, and bisexuals. If your favorite movie is one of the Dune movies, you are a sucker for movie scores. If your favorite is The Perks of Being a Wallflower, how is your millionth listen of Mirrorball by Taylor Swift, White Ferrari by Frank Ocean, and I Bet on Losing Dogs by Mitski? You've been through enough, and you've probably had a John Green era. If it's To All the Boys I Loved Before, you were probably never approached by anyone romantically growing up, and in fact, you probably were asked out as a joke, and it still haunts you to this day. But you're a cutie patootie and you deserve your fake dating to soulmate pipeline. If your favorite movie is some sort of Jane Austen adaptation, you fall under one of these categories. You have sisters or you're asexual. If you say your favorite movie is a comedy special, what the fuck are you doing? Go and watch a movie. I get it, Letterboxd has the option for you to add comedy specials and shows, but what are you doing? Go watch more movies. Also, you probably only read nonfiction books, so live a little. Pick up a fiction novel. If your favorite movie is any action/comedy starring Ryan Reynolds, you're not funny. But if your favorite movie is Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, you're really funny and you have the best sense of humor. You also probably got into a lot of internet arguments when you were younger. If your favorite movie is a Lord of the Rings movie, you preach originals being better to the choir. And you also probably have an Elijah Woods. This is what I mean. If your favorite movie is Not Okay, you are a pathological liar. You're the person that when your friend asks you for a glass of water when they're over at your place, you go no with a straight face as a joke. If your favorite is any Scream movie, you love the game Clue and you need to stop begging your friends to play it with you. Also, we get it. You predicted who the killer was in the first 10 minutes. If it's Interstellar, you're probably prideful about appreciating high art film. Like, you tell people this is not just any science fiction movie, this is high concept science fiction. You are also probably good at physics. If your favorite movie is Saltburn, like with people who love Parasite, you like films that comment on class, but above that, you're a little freaky. If it's Promising Young Women, you are petty and spiteful, but they deserve it. And your aesthetic is Georgina Sparks from Gossip Girl. If your favorite movie is Dead Poet Society, you probably had overbearing parents that always told you that they expect more from you. A lot of people I've met whose favorite film is Dead Poet Society are really ambitious and intelligent people, but they burn out so easily. Like, take breaks. Don't bury yourself in your work. Also, you either hate or love celebrity poetry unironically. If your favorite movie is any after movie or kissing booth movie, if you are not 13, literally, you are 13 mentally. Now for Oppenheimer, this is a good movie and most people I've met who watch this movie like it. However, the people who usually say that this is their top movie of all time are usually men, and that's not an insult, that's just an observation. If this is your favorite, you're probably really into history or documentaries, but some of y'all are pretentious. If your favorite movie is Whiplash, you probably had some sort of performing arts related hobby growing up, whether that be an instrument or theater or ballet or whatever, and you have so much trauma from that part of your childhood. You're probably part of the gifted kid to burnt out adult pipeline, and you have a lot of anxiety. If your favorite movie is Bottoms, you're probably sapphic, that's a given. You probably think that football is the gayest sport, and you detest men whose favorite movie is Fight Club. If your favorite movie is Joker, you need to go to a rage room because this is probably your favorite movie for the catharsis. You're someone who likes antiheroes and vigilantes, and you're probably someone who has an Instagram post, whether archived or not, of you going down a set of stairs as the Joker. If your favorite movie is Girl Interrupted, no one does mental illness and girlhood like us. If it's Call Me By Your Name, you either love Timothée Chalamet or you love Sufjan Stevens, and it can only be one because those are very different energies. So either that or you had a homoerotic friendship that fell apart and that traumatized you. And lastly, if your favorite film is Ratatouille, this movie radicalized you. You truly believe anyone can cook and you quote that all the time. But yeah, that's it for now. Let me know if you like this and maybe I'll do more videos like this, but thank you so much for watching this video.